Hi guys, this is your friend and host Dr. Smita Singh and welcome back to the YouTube channel. If you don't know me and if you're watching my any of the videos for the first time, I have done my MBBS from China and I have cleared my FMG in December 2020 and currently I am in my intern year and my intern year is going to finish very soon. So I'll update you about that later, but what we are going to be discussing today is something really important and something which I have been getting a lot of requests to upload. Like a lot of you guys have been asking for it. So what we are going to discuss today is we are going to update the important topic list, which I have uploaded the important topic list for 2021 FMG exams, I think, but now we are doing an update, but some of the subjects got left out in that the video series. But what we are going this time, we are going subject wise and we are going to do all of the leftover subjects which we didn't cover that time, and also I'm gonna update the list according to the recent exams or the past exams whichever happened. So whatever videos I uploaded for surgery, medicine, etc., we will be updating that list. But today we are doing the small subject because small subjects are very important. Okay, if there is like 7 to 8 question coming from a small subject, there is, if you work smartly and if you work strategically, there is a high chance that you can score 7 out of 7. If not, it's very high probability that you will score 6 out of 7 for sure. If there is 7 questions, suppose if there is 10, I hope you can score like 8 or 9 at like minimum 8 or 9 out of 10, if not 10 on 10. So today what we are doing, if you follow me on my Instagram page, I'll put the link in the description. You already know I've been a little bit busy because of some family functions and my internship is the end of it, so it's a little hectic. So I was coming back from home and I solved one of the FMG papers on the way to my train, and I didn't have any paper there, like I didn't have a notebook on train, I just had a book to read. So I just solved, like noted it down on the Hindustan Times paper where I had the space to write. So yeah, I solved it in the train, and first I thought which subject should I pick because I wasn't sure. I was getting a lot of requests for obs, gynae and medicine, which we will do, don't worry, which we'll solve and put it out in a couple of days. I'm pretty sure about it. Like I'll try my best to put it out in a couple of days. But what we are going to do today is psychiatry. Psychiatry is one of the most high yield subjects, and psychiatry is one of the most interesting and easy sort of subject, you can call it. If you have a little bit of interest in psychiatry, then it's gonna be butter for you. Like I don't think you'll score less than 8 out of 10 in psychiatry. And the question from the clinical aspect of it comes, a lot of it, like बहुत सारा case representation type come. So usually in between 6 to 10 question come for psychiatry, and I'm going to give you 9 to 10 topics which I wrote in this Hindustan Times paper, solving your last 3 FMG question paper and analyzing all of the paper before that, like from my time. And I concluded that these are the 9 to 10 topics you have to do, must do ones. And if you do those 9 to 10 topics, I'm so sure 7 to 8 questions out of 10, if you see it out of 10, will come from these topics only, because there is a pattern in a question paper and they always ask question from these topic only in psychiatry. So you need to do it. If you are on a crunch, if you don't have much time, if you haven't studied psychiatry like cover to cover, end to end, then this video is for you. If you have covered your psychiatry and if you like it, if you really liked it and you covered everything from cover to cover, then also this video is for you, because these are the things you have to focus primarily on. You can forget the rest of it, it's okay, because other things have less probability of coming in exam, but these topics have very high probability in coming in exam. So I'll just name it and you can take a paper and a pen and write it down. So the first topic is delirium tremens. Like delirium tremens, these words, the terminologies in psychiatry, terms, if you flip through your notes or your books. So please do not miss out on these words, because a lot of time they give you a case or a statement and then they ask you to recognize which issue is that. So out of it, delirium tremens is very very important. Please do not skip on it. Second thing, what I would want to tell you is the CNS drugs. This falls common in pharma and psychiatry both. Like if you have done your CNS drugs in pharma, good for you. If you haven't, please do it while you are doing your psychiatry, because CNS drugs are most important questions. If drug of choice is going to be, they are going to ask some drug of choice kind of thing, and they want to overlap it between your pharma and psychiatry, there is, most of the time they ask drug of choice for CNS drugs, so do not miss on drug of choices on CNS drugs. Okay, the next would be mania versus hypomania. Please make a table if you don't have already, and know what is the difference between mania and hypomania, the duration, the symptom, everything. Okay, the management and everything, you have to be clear, because in the question they'll give you a clinical question about mania or hypomania, and if you don't know the real difference between it, then it will be difficult for you to figure it out in the exam that time, and you might get confused whether it's, and trust me, in options there would be both. So if you are not clear about it, then it would be hard for you to like pick one. And usually in exam, if you're confused between two options, like that used to happen to me, I don't know about you, but if I'm confused about B and C and I pick B, most of the time the C is the answer. So I wasn't really lucky in that. I don't know if I should call that being unlucky, or maybe it was just lack of my knowledge, but it usually happens. So this list I'm just giving, like I'm just telling you this because to make sure that you don't miss on these things and you don't rely on your luck when you go to exam. So please read difference between mania and hypomania. And the next one is types of delusion. So types of delusion is very important, in which also the many of the terminologies which I was talking about before come, like Othello and Declambert syndrome, and your Frigoli syndrome comes, Capgras will come, and a lot of things. So just don't miss out on the important syndromes which have a terminology. Okay, like which repeatedly get asked in your question paper, in your FMG specifically. They love asking Frigoli and Capgras one. That is one of the like most favorite question of examiners. So but you cannot be sure that they'll ask one between the two, they can ask others too, so you have to have a clear idea. But the topic will come, like types of delusion will come. It may not be Frigoli and Capgras, but it might be something else, but one question from the types of delusion will surely come, so please be clear about it. Next would be psychotic disorders. Psychotic disorders also you need to cover it. Please look it up if you haven't already, and many questions come through it. I checked the papers, like I solved some of the papers, last 3 papers and a few more, and I saw that repeatedly psychotic disorders are coming into the question paper, so 1 and 2 mark it would be for that. Next topic would be alcohol withdrawal syndrome. If I would want to tell you to study one topic from psychiatry before going to your FMG, that would be alcohol withdrawal symptoms, because they love alcohol withdrawal symptoms. The chart according to the timeline की 6 से 8 घंटे में क्या होगा, फिर 8 से 12 घंटे में क्या होगा, okay, within 72 hours what symptoms would come. So they would give you in the question that it's been 72 hours and bugs are crawling or whatever, like जो भी उनको देना होगा. अगर they will be giving you 6 to 8 hours का hallucination वाला phase, then they'll give you that tremor वाला phase. Like sometimes they have asked what is the first withdrawal reaction, ऐसा करके भी. So you need to know the time schedule of it, which is like 6, 8, 8, 12. Then there is 12 to 24, then there is less than 72 hours. तो वो देख लेना एक बार, that is really important. One question short will come, like do not miss that and go. Okay, फिर next I would want you to know the IQ classification. IQ classification they oftentimes like to ask कि from what number to what number IQ is like normal, then what is mild, then what is moderate, ऐसा करके. ठीक है, तो वो भी you have to do. That is a little bit of ratta thing, but you have to do it, there is no other way. Then next I want you to know is Alzheimer's. Like Alzheimer's में there is a lot to study. तो Alzheimer's का सब कुछ important है, okay? Everything about Alzheimer's is very important. The pathophysiology, फिर the features, symptoms, treatment. So everything about Alzheimer's is important. I cannot pick one thing out because काफ़ी चीज़ें पूछी गई हैं here and there. लेकिन Alzheimer से related कुछ ना कुछ आने का, like there is a lot of probability of that. So please do not skip on Alzheimer's. And the last thing I want to tell you is PTSD. PTSD भी बहुत बार पूछा है यार, मतलब. And PTSD is quite common also in normal life also. We see a lot of Netflix पे series and all, and PTSD is a very common thing whenever someone goes through a phase of trauma or anything. So I think PTSD everyone should be able to pick up, but please be prepared. Sometimes what they do is, जो topic बहुत repeated होता है ना, the topic which is like frequently repeated, they ask difficult questions from them. Like they know everybody knows about this topic, they know everyone has read simple questions about this, so sometimes from easy topics they ask difficult questions. So at least about these topics please be prepared. So this is what I came through when I solved 3-year papers, like last 3 FMG papers. These were the most important things that strike and that you should know. I'm not saying other things are not important, but these are the must know if you have like less time to revise, and if there is no much time, and if you are thinking of leaving psychiatry, please don't leave psychiatry, because it could make a difference between your 145 to your 152, right? If you will be getting 145, 6-7 क्वेश्चन, 8 में से 6-7 क्वेश्चन सही करके साइकेट्री के, you will be getting 152 से ज़्यादा, ऐसा करके है ना. So if you are thinking of skipping psychiatry because it's a small subject, please do not. I really request you to not do it. And if you cannot do the whole psyche, then do just this 9 to 10 topics, and at least you'll get 5 to 6 marks out of 7 to 8 questions. So that's all for today, guys. If you like it, please share it among your groups so others can benefit it from too, like your juniors and whoever is suffering. And I get a lot of texts from people that they are giving repeatedly their FMG exams and they are getting stuck on 132, then 145, then 146, like they get, their score gets stagnant. So please help them out so they know what they have to focus more. For them, though, those who are repeating a lot of time, the problem is not the hard work, the problem is smart work. They are studying too much, but they are not studying the things which are going to come in exams. So that makes the difference. You have to study, obviously you have to work hard, but the thing is you have to know which thing you have to study more, so you don't get confused when you are sitting in the exam, right? Because if you study everything equally and if you don't know what is more important than the other, then it's hard to like recollect during the exam because of all of the anxiety and exam pressure we go through during the exam hall sessions. So it is better to know, it's good if you are studying everything, but at least to know what is most important and what has the most probability of coming into exam. So please help them out as well. As I made this YouTube channel and my Instagram page in order to help other FMGs, because I thought FMGs needed help, as I did. I need help, and I ask whoever I can, whoever is my senior and the people I know. So I hope you would help others too. As a community, we really need to help each other. And yeah, that's all for today, and I would solve other questions and try to upload this as soon as possible. I think mostly we ignore short subjects thinking only of the big ones, but you do not have the luxury to ignore the short subjects if you want to pass and if you want to score good. If you are getting a stagnant score, first you should focus more on your short subjects because they are the most scoring. Like I already said before कि medicine कितना भी पढ़ लो, medicine like कितना भी तुम अगर 100 दिन तुमको दिए हैं, if you read medicine 100 days, there is no guarantee that you will be able to solve like 40 का 40 question, 40 out of 40 questions if it comes in FMG. 40 out of 40 questions of FMG or 30 out of 30 questions in FMG of medicine, that is not possible. But if you study psychiatry एक हफ्ता भी ढंग से, like 4-5 दिन भी अगर ढंग से पढ़ रहे हो, then there is a high possibility that you will score like 7 out of 7, 8 out of 8, or at least 7 out of 8 questions. So please be smart while you're studying these subjects, and I wish you a very good luck in your preparation. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope everyone's taking care of their health, their mental health, their well-being, and working as hard as they can. Don't take pressure, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Please share, subscribe and like if you want me to upload more, and if you really like the video. Thank you so much.